All right,
Yeah.
Jay. Next team we got here, New York Knicks. New York, New York.
Man, I want to say contender. I want to, but I'm
Then
not.
do it. Then do it.
No, no, no. There's just going to be a little inconsistencies. Some of it, which I just know who Julius Randle is just based off of his body of work, and he's a streaky player. He could be very potent and dangerous, but I'm not going to bet on 16 postseason wins with that. I got a little bromance with Mr. Shifty himself, Jalen Brunson, as do most people right now watching hoops, especially in New York. But um, and they made great trades. Those are good trades. Alec Burks gets buckets off the bench. Bogdanovich is going to give a little bit more offensive stability to that chemistry that they got. But again, you're asking me, can they handle Giannis? Can they handle collectively what the Boston Celtics are going to bring? And I just don't. I don't see it. I think when Jalen Brunson gets that 1A attention from the Boston Celtics, and then they look to the Knicks, where the rest of that offense is going to come from. That's where their season ends. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay, that's a valid point, but I think a big reason that Randall has been this playoff dropper is because when he was forced to get that 1A attention, it was so tough because he couldn't
Yeah.
handle it. But now you just said Jalen Brunson's going to get that 1A attention, and I think that he'll be able to handle it. He won't be balling out to the same level that he is right now because he
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I want everyone to remember that height matters, and he's a 6 foot guard, and like playoffs,
Yeah.
they're going to get so much more physical with Jalen Brunson that it's going to be crazy.
White, Drew Holiday. Oh, let me give you Jalen Brown for a little hot
Come on.
minute. Oh, no, Tatum. He's just going to get everybody tap in.
Exactly. So, and I'm not saying he's going to choke. I'm not saying he's going to disappear.
Yeah.
He's still going to
That's
be
a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. No, that's a lot for a 6 foot guard to handle. Come on now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I do think Jalen Brunson's going to continue to do his thing, but where I kind of disagree with you is like you talk about Julius Randle disappearing, is like I think that he'll actually be there more than ever because now Jalen Brunson's getting the 1A attention. So now he doesn't have to get that 1A attention to where now he gets game planned and gets a little bit played out of the game. But
you might be right. It might not even be second round. Like when the defense shifts on, he might not even be the second priority after that. Because if Bogdan and Alec Burke get loose, they get buckets. Both of them get buckets. So it's like you can't cheat on him at all. And Julius Randle is a bully. And I was never a fan of the Lakers pushing him out of town. And so he got disregarded to New Orleans. I was like, nah, this is
part of the AD deal, though, right?
It was, but yeah, I always look at it from an analytical opportunity cost, dissecting it. But in the end, Julius Randle was a plus player, and he just got disregarded like trash, and that was just not the case. So.
Yeah, but real quick, Jay, let me run through my algorithm with you, okay, and let me know where I'm wrong here, okay?
Shoot it.
They got their star. We know Jalen Brunson's that. And I do want to add this. Julius Randle, like, I know he has this bad stigma, but come on, y'all. He's an all NBA player the last 2 years. He's been an all-star the last 2 years. He's been putting up 24 and 10 almost for the last, 3 to 4 years. So, like, I understand the stigma on that, but he can at least, in my opinion, he should at least be put in that star category. Maybe not superstar, but if I were going to throw him in the star category, like in my opinion, I think it's okay. So they got 2 of those. So check, they got that. Shooting, they definitely got that. Right now, they're top 10 in the league for 3-point shooting percentage at 37%. Also, earlier, remember when I talked about having the right type of shooters? Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Alec Burke, and Bo.
I forgot about them.
Bro, those are players that, like, what they do is they specialize in catch and shooting. You put those around driving kick players like Julius Randle, driving kick players like Jalen Brunson. That's when Josh Hart, that's when Dante DiVincenzo, that's when Alec Burks, that's when Boji, that's when these guys are really going to be at their top level. So shooting, they got that. Defense, since the addition of OG, they've been even better on that end. We know that Coach Tibbs is a defensive-minded coach. They're allowing a league best 109 points from their opponents, which is top of the league. So check, they got defense. Do they got depth? Check, Jay. They got depth. They might be one of the deepest teams in the league now with the addition of Alec Burke and Bojan. When you look at it, Randle, Brunson, Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, OG, Bergs, Hartenstein, Precious Achua.
This all since Mr. Robinson been out.
Come on, right? I was about to say there. I was literally just last night looking at the Knicks ESPN page, and they said that they're planning on testing out Mitchell Robinson after All-Star break. So I just named you all these players without listing their All-Star. I mean, they're starting big. So check, they got that. Do they have?
Playoffs? If they did it, and somebody beat me to it. I read this not too long ago, but there's going to be, with the new CBA, there's going to be a dynamic around teams winning the way the Detroit Pistons did against the Lakers, where it's a collective thing going on. And the Knicks sneakily have, if that's even how you would say that, have flying under the radar with just overall just depth and dogs. And Tom Thibodeau didn't play young guys for the longest, but it's like his job was just on the line, and he started riding some of the younger players, and like Josh Hart and watching and the Precious Achua, and it's just like these are guys that are just like they fit perfectly.
They fit perfect, bro.
And that depth is real. But everything, I just been watching basketball for so long now, and it's just like it's hard for me to consciously appreciate what they're doing in the regular season and just not fast forward to, okay, they get to the second round, this is what you need to measure up against. So I immediately fly to that. But what they're doing right now is like is hot. I like it.
Counter to that though, is this not the best Knicks team you've ever seen?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds funny because I mean, I remember my earliest memories of basketball was that ugly ass trash with the Knicks playing the Heat in the mid 90s. That rugby ball. Yeah, that was just gross stuff. So I mean, definitely the most talented team for sure.
Okay. All right. Well, Jay, I ain't gonna lie, I'm rocking with Contenders. I know it sounds crazy. Crazy, but when New York basketball is on fire, the world of basketball is
a better place. Yeah.
It's a better place.